watching Ebony Ladies in the DR. I'm your host, Bridget. Bienvenidos a mi canal. Gracias por mirar. Today, I was just sitting here and I was thinking, because we were out and about these last few days and just noticing all of the changes in the traffic, everything that was going on around us. So I posed the question to myself, to Davlin, and I've been asking, other people that we know have been here for a year or so or have been here 4 or 5 years, around the same length of time that we've been here. If you're new to the channel, we've been here 5 years and 9 months, 5 years and 9 months, almost 6 years. And so the question that I was posing to everybody, and even to myself, was, what do you think is going to be like here in another 5 years? Because the changes that we've seen the prices go up on everything. Our home apartment that we paid, it was originally listed for $199. We paid $149, but now it's on the market. Our neighbors in our community and other apartments just like ours are $275,000. That's a huge increase in the 5 years. In Cocotal, where we live, you could get a 2-bedroom apartment for $650 a month. A huge 2-bedroom apartment for $650 a month. Now, minimum $900 up to $1,500 for a 2-bedroom apartment. This is renting in Cocotal, right? When we moved here, 5 years, we got here. I don't know anything about gas, y'all. I don't even look because you got to buy it. So we just buy it. I never even pay attention to the gas prices, honestly. But the villas in Cocotal, they were average 300 to 400,000. Now the villas in Cocotal, not even like super nice ones, super basic, are starting at 450,000 going up. So the price changes have been ridiculous. Packer shopping, y'all know I like packer shopping. That's thrift stores. Thrift stores, everything used to be 100 pesos, and you can still find just a handful of those where they're selling stuff for 100 pesos. But now they're like 400 pesos, 500 pesos. One of my favorite shops, she charged 700 pesos for a dress. That's like $12, $13. And it's used, y'all. This isn't new stuff we're talking about. This is used. The pico pollo, chicken, fries, all of that is still like the same, if anything, like maybe 50 pesos. But we used to could get out in the streets and ride our bike from Cocotal to Jumbo, from Cocotal to Los Corrales or near Drink Point area, riding our bikes with very little traffic. Now there are dump trucks in a way. There are so many cars. There's Uber. There are the what are the little taxis called? The poppy cars. So now there's over the 5 years, all of this has changed. The beaches are still beautiful, a little bit more crowded during high season. This is low season, so this is my favorite time of the year here in Punta Cana. But with them constantly promoting the Dominican Republic and Punta Cana, more and more people are coming. And now, okay, let me say something else that was in 5 years. When we got here 5 years ago, we had what? We had Wendy's, Burger King, and Domino's, and Pizza Hut. I think that was it. So now we have Little Caesars literally on every corner here in Punta Cana. Now we have Taco Bell. Now we have Starbucks. What else?
They're building more Taco Bells.
They're building more Taco Bells, and so now everything is coming. And so one of my episodes I did was like a food court up near Jumbo. So someone commented and said, "Is this what the Dominican Republic is turning into?" And my comment was, yes, Punta Cana is coming very much like America, with a sad face. Because I didn't really want Taco Bells here. I don't want, we did have KFC, and now we have a new KFC in Friusa. And I understand growth is good because we're a developing country. We haven't been a third world country since we moved here. It's always been a developing country, and it's becoming more and more developed. But I just ask myself, am I gonna still love living here in Punta Cana in 5 years? because it is getting totally saturated with Americans. Not that I don't want to be around Americans, but it's becoming totally saturated with more and more Americans, less Dominicans, because now the Dominicans really are being priced out of the area. So Dominicans are like living in Igwe. You don't have a whole lot of Dominicans that can still afford to just live in the average neighborhood here in Bávaro or Friusa or Barome, that the prices are even going up in those areas. So I asked Davlin, I asked some of our other friends, like, what do you think 5 years from now? What are we going to still feel the same way? Are we going to be like flying into Punta Cana and driving 2 hours to live in the countryside and selling our apartment? You know what I mean? Because I'm like, really, what is it going to be like 5 years from now? I know I'm not going back to the US because there's nowhere in the US that I would want to live. And I have gotten very, very used to my island life and my lifestyle that I've chosen, but I don't want it to be Americanized, you know? And I feel like that, and I get it. People think America is, the dream, just the American dream, but the dream. And I guess, but then when they realize how it's affecting inflation here in Punta Cana and all across the Dominican Republic, then are they going to be like, y'all can take y'all Taco Bell and y'all and all of y'all other fast food and all this other stuff that's going on. Let us go back to our simple life. Because now I'm starting to feel like, the Dominican lifestyle for Dominicans isn't so simple. And I get it that, people are kind of the same all over the world, that people are constantly reaching for a better life and climbing and trying to get to the next level. So with that comes stress. And if you are someone that, that really takes in what goes on around you, that you're very observant, and you see all of these nice things, why can't I have all these nice things? I don't know which way is going to turn Dominican people. Yeah, I know. Is it going to turn people into just being more ambitious and working harder and working more, in order to get these type of things? Or is it going to be like in the States? They're going to start stealing. Is crime going to start going up because people are going to see it and they can't afford to get it, but then they're going to get it? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, which direction is it going to go 5 years from now? Am I still going to love this? Am I still going to feel the same way? So that's the question that I am posing to you all. And then even 5 years ago, when we first got here, I'm going to say 3 years ago, because we waited 2 years before we bought our car. So we bought a 2012 car in 2021, right? So that would have been 2021. We bought a 2012 car with over 100,000 miles on it, and that was $5,000 then. This, I was just looking because we're looking for an SUV, and we're looking at one that was maybe 5 years old, but it had more miles on it. It was like a 2019, and this is 2024, and it had 100 something thousand miles on it, and it was like $13,000. Are you freaking kidding me? I looked up the same car, exact same car. Number of miles were like 1,000 miles off. In the U.S., that same car was like $6,000.
Right.
And I'm like, why? And I understand the importing and the taxes and all of that, but it's just like, that was 3 years ago. That the difference between now and 3 years ago with car pricing. So the cars are super expensive. So we're gonna have to. They're overpriced, and but everybody just gotta have a car if you're gonna move around the way you want to. But it's just, I'm just like really posing that question to myself. And I want to know, if you've been living here for a while, or if you've been coming back and forth to the Dominican Republic for years, like so many of the people that we meet, tell me your thoughts on it. What do you think 5 years from now? Is this still going to be a contender for your retirement home? Is this still a place you're like, I'm still moving to the Dominican Republic, even after everything has changed and after the inflation, the prices are going up? is this still going to be a place that you want to call home? So I want to hear from all of you that are back and forth. Put your answers in the comment section, and I'm going to do a follow-up on this episode because I want to hear what you all have to think, because I'm like, just myself thinking, am I gonna like living amongst all these apartments that they're building on every corner, and that's bringing more people and more cars and more traffic? Is it gonna still be my little bit of paradise in 5 years? So I want to hear from you all. So I appreciate your time, appreciate you watching this episode as always. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share button. This is Bridget, Ebony Ladies in the DR, right here on YouTube every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And watch and turn on your notification bell, because I do a little bit of Spanish, and those videos are dropping every day randomly. And then if something just comes to my mind and I need to share at that moment, I will drop it randomly as well. So go ahead, turn on your notification bell, and don't miss anything. All right. I will talk to you soon, and have a wonderful day, everybody.